What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Black Sheep Keto, and welcome to another recipe video just for you subscribers out there. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider doing so. Now today we're going to be making a ketogenic hot garlic fat wing. So basically these are chicken wings where we've done a few things which I'll talk about later to get that fat content up, and obviously it is a hot garlic flavor. So if that sounds good to you guys, hang on tight and let's get right into the recipe. Alright everybody, welcome to this recipe for our keto hot garlic fat wings. Now let me step through the ingredients real quick and then we'll talk about what makes these fat wings. So right here we have 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Feel free to use white vinegar if you want, but I like the flavor that apple cider vinegar adds. In this little container I have 1 teaspoon of coconut aminos. Feel free to substitute that for soy sauce or Worcestershire sauce if that's something that you allow in your keto diet. I just use coconut aminos because that's something that pretty much everybody uses on keto. And then in here we have 1/4 teaspoon of ground red pepper or ground cayenne pepper. It's the same thing. This is a lot of where your heat is going to come from, so you can increase this or decrease this depending on your personal taste. Right here I have 1/2 cup of Frank's Red Hot. Any hot sauce will do, but Frank's is the best. And then in this bowl I have a 1/2 cup of melted butter. Now our wings are probably the most important thing to this recipe, and we're using 3 pounds of them and they are frozen. Now this is not 3 pounds because I already have some cooked up here in the air fryer because it's a little hard to hear me while this thing is running, but I wanted to show you what our original wings did look like. So you're gonna put these things in your oven according to the back of the packaging if you're gonna use an oven, or I find that an air fryer for 30 minutes at 390 degrees Fahrenheit and then flip them halfway through works fantastic since most of those packaging do not include an air fryer recipe. Give that a shot if you're using your air fryer. So I'm gonna set this aside real quick and we're going to make our hot garlic sauce. And it is super simple, guys. Everything is just gonna be put right here in our butter. So we're gonna add that 1/2 cup of Frank's Red Hot, coconut aminos, our red pepper, the apple cider vinegar, and our garlic powder. And now we're just going to take a whisk and combine all of this. Now you can see, guys, it's got a great color to it. The smell is absolutely fantastic. And this is kind of the point where if you want to make any tweaks, just give yourself a little taste of it. Now that's perfect for me. If you want to up the spiciness, this is a good time to do it. But other than that, I'm going to set this aside and pull our wings out of our air fryer. Alright guys, here we are with our hot garlic sauce and our wings. Our wings are just in a large bowl here. Again, this is about half of the wings that I'm going to be using. The other ones are cooking as we speak right now. But I just want to show you guys how this is all going to work. So you're just going to add your sauce right on top of your wings. And then use some tongs or something like that to go ahead and just toss them around. And that's how you get a nice coating on them. Now once those other wings are done, I'm going to toss them in here as well. I'll shoot some finished products and then I'm going to catch up with you guys for the taste test. Alright everybody, now that you've seen the recipe and the finished product, it is time for the taste test. But first, I realized I mentioned in the recipe that I was going to tell you why I call them fat wings, and I didn't get to that, so let me talk about that real quick. Now, you might notice that there is quite a bit of butter in this sauce, and that is the point. A lot of sauces do have butter in them, but not quite as much as we put in this. The reason for that is since chicken is a higher protein and a lower fat ratio, I try to do everything I can with that sauce to increase the fat as much as I can. Dipping it in ranch or blue cheese dressing will also help it get that fat up, but this way your protein's not too high and you're gonna have to like stuff down fat bombs or something like that. This is gonna give you a nice, keto macros in a hot wing, which I think is great. But anyway, it is time for the taste test. So right over here, I have a couple of my wings on this plate with some ranch. You probably can't see it because I don't wanna spill them. But I've got a drum and a flat. So I think I'm gonna try the drum because they are definitely my favorite. Let me know in the comment section if you're more of a drum person or a wing person. Kind of curious. Anyway, let's give it a taste. That's good, guys. No, I absolutely love hot wings, and the inspiration from this was actually the Buffalo Wild Wings hot garlic sauce because that is one of my favorites. It is low carb. If you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I highly recommend it, but it is not high enough fat, which is why we did it our way. Now real quick, let me talk about the taste of these wings. First of all, when you bite into it, it is nice and crispy, which is one of the key things for a wing for me. And one of the reasons that I actually really like drums is you can really bite into it and get that crispiness. Now that sauce it's really thick, which is one of my favorite things as well, because the wings are nice and well coated and you don't have to worry about it dripping everywhere. The flavor, you've got a lot of that heat at the end coming on the tip of your tongue, and the garlic is there, but it's not overpowering, which I find to be a tricky balancing act, and I think we hit it right on the head. But with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video. If you like this video, leave it a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed yet, do me a huge favor, guys. Hit that subscribe button, show some love, and I will see you in the next one.